Do you know the Muffin Man? No, me either. Don't worry about it. I don't know him either. But do you know about the Mile High Club? And I know it's a crazy jump to go from one topic to the other. I know it's crazy, but we're not talking about Disney today. We never do talk about Disney. Anyway, do you know about the Mile High Club? If you're a fan of FouseyTube, you may have seen him on one of his meltdowns where he talked about him finally joining the Mile High Club, even though he only has sex in the airport and not in an actual plane, while it was in the air.
I just joined the Mile High Club. And I know it doesn't count as the Mile High Club because I was in the airport, but I still joined it. I swear to God. I swear on everything I love.
So he starts crying, he starts playing the sympathy card, like, dude, absolutely no one feels bad for you, you do this to yourself every single time. And so then he just starts sending messages in his chat, just saying, I'm sorry y'all, I f***ed up badly, I have a lot of skeletons in my closet, I'm not a good person. Like, oh, we all feel so bad for you, man. Like, to me, he's really nothing more than the boy who cried wolf.
But I digress, because today, these days, it seems that more men are joining said club. And low-key, I'm a little bit jealous. There's men joining the club, there's people who don't care about the club, and then there's people like me who's like, one day. But anyway, I talk about the Mile High Club because apparently, men are raw dogging on airplanes. Yes, you heard that right. Men are raw dogging on airplanes. I mean, I'm sure it's nothing new, but we're going to talk about it anyway. And as always, links to the video and links to the channel will both be in the description below. So be sure to check out the comment section with Brett Cooper. And let's get it.
Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So I think you guys know by this point that I hate flying. Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So I think you guys know by this point that I hate flying. I didn't used to hate flying, but I have had so many terrible experiences in the last couple of years that now every time I have to get on a plane, I'm like, oh God, it's just like the worst thing I have to do. I used to love traveling, not anymore. It has been ruined for me. But anyway, I was thinking about how sometimes you get on a flight and literally everything goes wrong. It is an old plane, so there's no screen, you can't watch a movie, they run out of snacks, it's hot, the air conditioning breaks, there's no water, your headphones die, so you're just sitting in silence, your shows or your music didn't download, so there's nothing you can do on your phone, your flight gets delayed 15 times, you have to sit there on the tarmac and just stew. It sounds absolutely terrible. I'm literally getting riled up right now talking to you guys about it.
Damn, that does sound terrible. Like, I've never had any of those problems when I used to fly all the time. My parents were military. I had to fly everywhere. But that sounds like just problems most people wouldn't like. It's just, well, I'm like, for me, if I had to deal with some shit like that, I'd be like, well, okay, guess this happened. I'm gonna go to sleep instead. It doesn't seem like problems, but it's like women problems.
Oh, that truly is hell!
But actually, men these days are now seeking out that experience, that miserable experience of just sitting silently and dealing with the fact that they are on a plane. And they are calling it raw dogging flights.
Beg your pardon? Wait. When did the definition of raw dogging change? I mean, I guess it's technically still the same, but that's definitely not what I thought when I saw the title of this. When I read the title to you in the beginning of this video, did you think the same thing? Did you think that's what it was? Oof, man. I gotta. My mind has been out of the gutter for a while, but it's still kind of infected with the gutter mentality. So I'm trying to cleanse it over a period of time. It takes a while. Okay, I'll get there. Holy shit.
And we have to talk about it today because actually, this could be good for humanity. Before we dive in though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel if you've not already, because I know that 50% of you guys watch and have not subscribed, and then ring that notification bell so that you never miss one of our comment section episodes. All right, so raw dogging flights. Sorry in advance, terrible way to put it. That is just what the kids have decided to call it. It's just the internet being the internet. But I saw this phrase pop up late last year, but it wasn't really part of a trend. It was all just very random. You know, somebody's parents here and there who didn't have any form of distractions on flight, they would just coast through on the flight and their kids would post a video, you know, like this mom. So she said, My mom's beige flag is that she raw dogs every flight, no matter how long. This is her on a 9-hour flight. No iPad, no headphones, no book. At least she's comfy. Go girl. And this
I mean, the TV's working, so she's watching something on it, right? I don't know what that is. Is that Avatar? Is she watching Avatar on the screen? Hold on, isn't that the entrance to the intro to Avatar, The Last Airbender? Hold on, we gotta check this out.
water.
No, not that, not that. Where is it? Huh? No, no, no. Okay, I guess it's not. Yeah, because the fire is up there. And okay, bruh, I thought, hey man, I was like, your mom's is watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Shout out, that's what's up. But it's not Avatar. I don't know what she's watching, but she's watching something. Either way,
Mom is just hanging
I thought like raw dogging was supposed to have no sort of comfort, but she's got the TV at least.
out, chilling, totally fine. Watching the map. It is wild. And again, she looks totally
watching the
comfortable,
map.
totally content, very happy. People in the comments were rightfully stunned because this is so not normal anymore. Somebody commented and said, good lord, to be this cool and carefree, LMAO. Somebody else said, your mom is built different. Another person said, my flight anxiety causes the same reaction, paralyzed in my own head, disassociating. And it's so funny because the first person that I thought of when I started seeing these videos was Matt Walsh, because he hates flying. He actually listens to, this is so bad, he listens to plane crash recordings to prepare himself for what could possibly happen.
Excuse me, what?
It is so
Why
weird.
indeed?
The man is just insane. One time we were all on a company flight together, and Michael Knowles was being Michael. He was like gallivanting around the plane. Oh, hello, everybody. You know, schmoozing, all of that stuff. The execs were freaking out because there was no Wi-Fi and like, oh, we need to answer emails, whatever. And Matt Walsh was in the corner of the plane with a glass of whiskey, probably on his second, staring into the abyss. I do not think he said a single word for 2 hours straight. And he was so happy. So when I decided to do this episode, I texted him about
Bro, I think women it's not that they don't understand, but it's that they underestimate the power that silence and peace has for a man. The ability to just sit in silence, enjoy the peace. They don't have to deal with any bullshit. Don't have to deal with anybody asking them to do something or wanting something or complaining about something. They just sit in silence, the glass of whiskey, and just chilling. You know how peaceful that is? Bruh. So it seems like this whole men are raw dogging on airplanes type of thing. It seems like, well, for one, I guess more men aren't joining the Mile High Club like I thought they were. And for two, well, I guess it's really becoming a topic to talk about, because I guess most women are just confused as to how to enjoy silence and peace without having to have all these extra comforts or something. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to like, it seems like a woman problem, but it does kind of seem like a woman problem. Like, is it really an issue to not have all these little small, tiny creature comforts for long flights? Like, just chill. Look out the window. If you're in the window seat, take a nap. Meditate. I don't know. And like, it's so peaceful up there. It's just so, unless of course you have a baby crying and then like behind you, or like this little toddler that's kicking your seat behind you. You might have to deal with that, but still, I mean, you don't need all these extra little things to take a flight.
about it. And I said, when you're flying, do you listen to anything or you just sit in silence? And he said, I sit in silence and I contemplate the mysteries of life.
You see that?
That's Matt speak for he's thinking about aliens, because that's all he thinks about. But
But I mean, yeah, you just sit in silence and contemplate the mysteries of life. Just sit in silence and enjoy what's going on. Think about what you've done. Think about what you will do. Think about your goals, your everything that you want to accomplish, your legacy that you're building. Just think, sit in silence, and enjoy that peace. Oh my God, I think people underestimate what peace does, what peace and silence does for a man. I think people underestimate that highly.
But anyway, back to the point. Men of the internet of the world have decided to start flying the Matt Walsh way. And it's become a trend in and of itself, and now it is just all over the internet. From New York Post to GQ, it has been written about.
Wait. Raw dogging flights. Travelers battle to go to the longest and strange new trend.
And now it is just all over the internet. From New York Post to
why men are raw dogging flights. Men are raw dogging it on the flights. Here's what the weird travel trend means. Rising trend of guys going entire flights without entertainment brings us one step closer to idiocracy in real life. Wait, what? How does going entire flights without entertainment bring us one step closer to idiocracy in real life? I'm guessing idiocracy is like a movie or something like that. But like, there's something there I'm missing. Let me know in the comments below what's that supposed to mean. Like, what? Also, why is this such a huge issue for people to get? Like, is it really a problem just because men are just going on flights without all these little knick-knack things to bring them entertainment? They just chill on flights and just, the peace, the silence, the tranquility. Bruh.
GQ, it has been written about. And this tweet specifically cracked me up because obviously it's what we're all thinking. This girl said, maybe even more interesting than people doing this on flights is raw dogging entering the mainstream lexicon as an acceptable verb, LOL.
Facts.
True. Again, I have no explanation for that. I don't know why. I'm sorry. It's not a pleasant word. That's just what it is. Anyway, we got to get into some examples. This girl posted this one about her husband. My husband's green flag is that he is the opposite of an iPad kid. Completely raw dogging a flight. No phone, no music, no movie. Man is simply content existing at all times. I'm just like absolutely insane, but also that seems like the most calm presence to be around. The man is just settled and happy to be there.
Yeah.
Somebody said man's in airplane mode. That's a great one.
That's a good one.
Somebody else said this might be the most impressive thing I have ever seen. Very, very true. Now, even though this came...
It's the most impressive... The most impressive thing is to not have all this bullshit, extra shit that... When going on a flight, that's the most impressive thing? I'm pretty sure there are monks somewhere out in the mountains that know how to levitate, but that's the most impressive thing? Holy shit. Imagine if the world knew what I did on my day-to-day basis, like how I just keep to myself. I know I got technology and shit like that, but the world in discovering introverts, or when COVID hit and the world was kind of forced into being like an introvert for a bit, people freaked out about how they were going to accept that. Bruh. Being an introvert and a shut-in is just like, oh my God, the peace. Except the only time my peace is like broken is when I'm forced to check in with my family so that they know I'm alive. And I gotta communicate with them either by text or by calling, or they'll text me or call me. And it's just like, I don't want to answer, but I gotta answer so that they know I'm still alive. Anyway, I can't believe that's the most impressive thing she's seen.
From the partner of somebody who flies this way, most of the posts about raw dog flying are from the men themselves. Here's one of those. Just raw dogged a flight from Orlando to LA. No water, no snacks, no music or entertainment. Seat fully upright. The power of the mind has no limits. Stay hard. Again, he's looking at the map. I feel like David Goggins does this. Speaking of stay hard, this is what David Goggins does when he's flying across the country. Now, obviously, other guys...
Okay, adding stay hard to the term of raw dogging that, you know, that people are doing, like that sentence was a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Let me reread the sentence for you that the guy said. Just raw dogged a flight from Orlando to LA. No water, no snacks, no music or entertainment. Seat fully upright. The power of the mind has no limits. Stay hard. Just raw dogged. Stay hard. I'm just okay. My mind is still, I'm working on getting the rest of the gutter out of my mind. You feel me? Leave me alone.
On social media saw these videos popping up. They wanted to hop on the trend, but obviously, because they're men, they turn it into a competition with other men and with themselves. I love this one. This guy is locked in. Just raw dogged a 7-hour flight, new personal best, no movie, no water, nothing. Incredible. The power of my mind knows no bounds. Okay, and then this last one, I think might be the longest flight I have seen. I think I would literally go crazy. And this one is even better because he didn't put a TikTok sound behind it. Like, you can hear the sound of the plane. This is what this man experienced for 15 hours. Just raw dogged it. 15-hour flight to LA. No music, no movies, just flight map, new PR. It's like this personal achievement that now they get to brag about on social media. And all of these videos
bro, it's so peaceful up there. So peaceful.
Are specifically about flying, but I mean, you could do this anywhere on your commute, when you're at the grocery store, when you're standing in line at the post office. Well, actually, I can save you from that one thanks to Stamps.com. Stamps.com keeps you from having to wait in line at the post.
Once again, shout out to Brett Cooper for having these great, interwoven just ads that, what I'm saying, that it's hard to even, sometimes you don't even catch it. Sometimes you may not even catch it getting ready to go into a little ad, but bam, there you are. Next thing you know, where am I? Is this an ad? How did I get here? Oh. Huh.
Post office. They will help you streamline your business processes and make your business more efficient, freeing you up to focus on the bigger decisions.
Okay.
Stamps.com mobile app is like having a post office in your pocket. You can take care of mailing and shipping wherever you are, giving you unbridled access to the USPS and UPS mailing services that you need to run your business right from your phone or your computer. No lines, no traffic, no waiting. All you need is a computer and a printer, and they will even send you a free scale to get you started. You can easily schedule package pickups through your Stamps.com dashboard and automatically see the cheapest and fastest shipping options from different carriers. So really, Stamps.com is a no-brainer for business decision makers. Mail checks, invoices, legal documents, books, and everything else you need to keep your business running. And if you sell online, Stamps.com can seamlessly connect with every major marketplace and shopping cart. Make the same no-brainer decision as over 1 million other businesses have with Stamps.com. Sign up today at
Save that brain energy, that brain function energy.
4-week free trial, free postage, and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts required. Just go to Stamps.com/Cooper today, and then you can free up all that time so that you can get on a flight, go travel, and raw dog it while you're on the flight, I guess. Okay. And obviously, if you guys...
And just like that, we are out of the commercial, the ad. We're out of it. It was a nice little seamless transition, in and out. It was not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad. I give her props.
Like me, I'm sure that there are a lot of younger folks out there who are thinking, oh my God, why would anybody do this? I could not survive 15 hours just listening to the white noise of the plane and babies crying and people coughing. Could not do this. But let's be real. This is what people 30 years ago did. Even 10 years ago, before our parents bought us phones, this is what we would do. People just had to sit with their thoughts. No phones, no entertainment, just the people sitting next to them, the open sky, and Sky Mall magazine.
And I ain't gonna lie, you had Sega, I think they had Sega Dreamcast back then. Pretty sure they had Game Boys back then. Bro, like, they had, little handheld, at least for kids and stuff. So, like, people were chilling still. So, but there's still a lot of raw dogging in both forms of the meaning. There was still a lot of raw dogging going on.
That is what we had as our entertainment.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
And you know what? The more videos like this that I see, the more that I think that this is probably really good for us to try to get back to that, even though it's a dumb TikTok trend. And per usual, with these dumb TikTok trends, there's usually some good substance that we can extract from this. And so on that note, I kept seeing comments like this. This guy said, this is actually an insane dopamine detox. And then on another video, a different guy said, ultimate dopamine detox. And then after I saw those comments, I realized that psychologists have now tapped in to give their take on this, and it is so interesting. So what exactly is a dopamine detox? Apparently, it is a form of digital detox. A dopamine detox is where you abstain from addictive technologies, such as social media, with the idea that taking a break from repetitive patterns of excitement and simulation, which can be caused by technology. The goal of this digital cleanse is to recalibrate your brain's pathways into creating healthier relationships with phones and social media. Like, oh my God, are you kidding? We all need this. This is amazing. Apparently, the men raw dogging it on flights on social media are actually propelling us into the future of health and wellness. Now,
Bro, they're onto something. They are onto something. It's not just that they're onto something, but like imagine that guy that took the 15-hour flight and just raw dogged the entire thing. Bro came off the plane in monk mode, bro. He's like, I know the secrets of the world, the universe. I know the reason of life. I know all. Go in peace. Namaste. Like, dude was just like he had to have come through. He had to have come off the flight in such of a monk mode, to where like nothing bothered him for at least 2 weeks, 2 months. I don't know, the next couple of years. Who knows, bro? That's actually pretty interesting. Because and bro, we not only need this, but all these like iPad kids and shit like that, if they are forced to raw dog a 15-hour flight, bruh, you know how helpful that would be for those generation of kids, bruh. Holy shit! Imagine what they could do with their lives if they had a dopamine detox like that, and they just decided, you know what? I think I want to solve the secrets of the world. I think I want to solve teleportation. I think I want to cure cancer. I think I'm gonna go touch grass today. Bro, you know how
Time magazine interviewed a Stanford psychiatrist about all of this, and she told them that when someone embarks on a dopamine detox, it is not the levels of dopamine that they are reducing in the brain, but instead their reliance on specific stimulus that they feel reliant on for instant hits of happiness. Lembick's comments highlight that despite the misleading names, there's actually a benefit to trends such as dopamine detox or raw dogging flights, as it can help us to change our relationship with external stimuli. Quote, we are constantly reacting to external stimuli, which means that we are not really giving our brains a chance to form a continuous thought or staying quiet long enough to have spontaneous thoughts. That is insane, but also so spot on and makes complete sense. I mean, our lives in the modern era are just bing, 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 bang, pop, pop, pop. I mean, we watch 30-second videos hundreds of times a day. Our phones are beeping at us 24/7. We work online. We have Teams and Slack beeping at us, popping up. I mean, it is literally chaos.
It's not just that, but I mean, it's also to the point where like a lot of the YouTube short videos, they have to, in order to get a video of someone just talking and someone just, you know, helpful hint for the day or something like that, something useful information. In order to get anybody to say that on that video and watch that video, you have to put like Subway Surfers under it or some shit like that. So it's gonna be the video of the person talking on top, and then Subway Surfers all on the bottom of the screen, all in one video, to get most kids, most people to pay attention to the video, or to at least look at the video. But half the time, even if they're paying attention, they're hearing what the person is saying, but they're not listening to what the person is saying because their attention is still on the bottom half of the screen where the Subway Surfers are. But it's crazy that that's the point we're at with our lives in this world. Our attention spans are so small and so short and so shriveled that you can't even like pay attention to a video for 30 minutes of someone just trying to help you out, or someone just talking about life or something like that, without any other internal or external influence going on. You know what I'm saying?
24/7. But that's terrifying, the fact that people don't even have continuous thoughts anymore. But again, I'm sure that so many of us can relate to this. Like, try not picking up your phone and not mindlessly scrolling and piddling around for 5 minutes at a time. It is embarrassing, but for a lot of people, including myself, that is hard. I'm like an addict. I'm like, oh, I need to go check. It's crazy. It's like a sugar addiction or a drug addiction. That is what social media and our devices have done to us. I mean, it feels like a version of flight or fight when I open up my phone and I see hundreds of notifications from texts and different apps and social media notifications. And then, of course, mix this in with modern society's very limited attention span, and it is just chaos. So clearly, a dopamine detox of sorts is very needed for, I would say, the majority of our society. But also for a lot of people, I'm sure that this sounds anxiety-inducing, as you'll see in the comment section of all of those videos that we just watched. So because
also, in my opinion, not just raw dogging flights would be helpful. Meditation, it's very helpful. Just sit there, let the thoughts go. Let the thought. Don't try to silence your thoughts. Let them be. Just try not to pay attention to them. Try not to focus immediately on them. Just let them go. Let them flow in and out. Just meditate. Chill. That's a nice little, in my opinion, that's a nice little dopamine detox as well. It could be useful. I mean, it is useful for more in way more ways than one. But explore it, try it out.
Because this stresses me out, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm flying up to DC later this week, and I'm just going to sit. I'm going to sit both ways on the plane and do a dopamine detox. And for all of you guys, if you want to do it with me, just take 2 hours, set it aside, and just detox. No TV, no phones, no devices. Go on a walk, touch grass silently. But all of this reminds me of a story that I saw at the end of last year, and I never
Meditate.
talked about, and I'm so bummed, and I was trying to loop it into something else, and I never found the right thing. This is perfect. So it was Gen Z, my generation, discovering silent walks, where they would not listen to music, they would not listen to podcasts.
Oh, I heard
they
about
would
that.
Just walk. Watch this TikTok.
I've been going on walks ever since 2020, and recently, within the past year, I've been going on these walks and I put my headphones in, but I turn nothing on. The way that these silent walks cure my anxiety, lower my cortisol levels, and don't even get me started on how creative I've been, like how many ideas I've thought of, and the amount of writing I've done. Like, my notes app is gold right now.
I mean, the fact that this is a movement is so ridiculous.
It's crazy.
But everything this girl was saying about the benefits of just turning off and tuning out all of that stimuli is spot on. I mean, that is fact. That is what psychologists are saying that we need to do. Our brains need it, our bodies do it, because again, we are running on fumes. It is chaos 24/7. Suraj Hashmi had my favorite comment on X, and he said, Zoomers will do something normal and then go all Christopher Columbus and act like they discovered it for the first time. Yeah, so call it whatever you need, raw dogging flights, the silent walking movement, you name it, but give yourself a detox, a Sabbath of sorts, because Lord knows our nervous systems need it.
Facts.
Well, guys, I hope you liked this episode.
That was a good video. I mean, it is kind of surprising that it's pretty much just the younger generations finding something, you know, that the older generations have been doing, and are just re-exploring it, or Christopher Columbus seeing it, rediscovering it, like with raw dogging airplanes. Like Brett said before, like people have done that in the past, like all the time, like before phones and shit came out. That's what they did. So like, it's, again, people are just rediscovering something that's that used to be done, and now they're finding out benefits from it and how useful it is, and they're getting into it, which is good, because there's so much technologies and stuff and things like that are so distracting that we're failing to stay focused on the world around us. So we're failing to live in the moment. So if things like these, if people rediscovering things like this is helping them to learn to live in the moment and is actually healthy for them, then I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? So if you're watching this and you're about to go on a flight, make sure you raw dog that flight hard. You raw dog the shit out of that flight, both ways, in and out. You just raw dog that flight hard. Okay? Okay. And as always, links to the video that we just watched and links to the channel of the comment section with Brett Cooper will both be in the description below, so be sure to check it out. And while you're there, don't forget to do those 3 things I like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that. In case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.